Micah Parsons, Jordan Love, and the Green Bay Packers host Ted McMillan, Rico Dowdle, and the Carolina Panthers in a big NFC matchup. We got to start with Jordan Love and the Packers because he had, in my opinion, the second best performance of his career against the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football, just shy of what he did a couple years ago in the wild card round against the Dallas Cowboys when he was dominant and posted a near perfect rating against Dallas in the playoffs. I think people are going to be fine with me saying that's okay for Jordan Love's second best performance. This was a passing of the torch type of moment, not in the general sense of it's one great quarterback on the same team to another. We've already seen that from Aaron to Jordan Love, but a true moment of Jordan Love's a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers as of right now. And I think watching that game, it felt like we were watching the exact reason why they took Jordan Love. Because Aaron Rodgers didn't lose the Packers the NFC Championship game against Seattle or against Atlanta or against Tampa Bay or the divisional round game against San Francisco in the ugly game. He didn't lose those games. He didn't have terrible turnovers, but he wasn't good enough to win. He didn't elevate the team to a level so that it was emphatic, that they just went out there and won those games, led his team in the fourth quarter to a win. He did not do that against Jordan Love. Jordan Love put away the vaunted, the incredible Pittsburgh Steeler apparent defense, the defense that has given up over 30 points on multiple occasions. The Green Bay splattered in the second half of that game, going right through them. Tucker Kraft, this guy is, in my opinion, the best Packer tight end I've seen in my lifetime. He has an element of run after the catch that is sort of like Madden-esque watching. It just seems like he just ping pong bounces off of guys. He's faster than he looks. I'm not going to say stronger than he looks because the dude looks darn strong. But 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, a career day. He has a career day on National Tight Ends Day against Pittsburgh on the road. How good did it feel for Packer fans? How good did it feel for Jordan Love supporters to win that game? Now, I know I'm going on about the Packers. We're going to preview this game against Carolina. And so my segue into that is, what type of team do we see from Green Bay? Is it one that's attacking this Carolina secondary? Or is it one that's like, all right, we didn't run the ball as well as we would have liked to against Pittsburgh, and Josh Jacobs has been great in the red zone. He's scoring a bunch of touchdowns. We're going to try to establish the run a little bit more. I think they do, actually. And I believe they go at that Carolina front, give Josh Jacobs 19, 20 carries. It doesn't have to be a 26 carry type day. I don't believe that's necessary. This is a Carolina team where we don't know who their starting quarterback will be Sunday. I'm recording this video on Tuesday night. Is it Andy Dalton? Is it Bryce Young? I don't know, but I got to come out with this video. And so for me to come out here and say Carolina, I feel confident in what their quarterback situation looks like would be strange for me to say that when I don't know who that guy is, and seeing both of these quarterbacks struggle at times this season, especially Andy Dalton this past week against Buffalo. Didn't really have much of a chance when he was sacked 7 freaking times. I mean, my goodness, almost glad Bryce Young didn't play. He might have been torn in half. They got to keep running the football. After the way Rico Dowdle had been running the ball the last couple of weeks, a little bit slower the week before, right? I want to see Carolina get back to that identity where they can give Rico Dowdle 19 touches. And Chuba Hubbard, again, I came out and said he's one of the most underrated players in the league going into the season. I want to see him get more carries. Of course, when you've got a good dynamic backfield, you go with the hot hand. But Green Bay fans are saying, look, I'm not really scared about your 4.3 yards a carry and you run the football for 128 yards, because when you do, that it's going to be set up for you pick up 4 yards on first down, and then it's an incomplete pass on second down, or you pick up 2. We're living on third down, and we're going to earn our right to rush the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've been able to do to unleash the monster, to unleash the hounds almost. He's almost 2 players. Micah Parsons is exactly what the Packers are paying for. He's exactly what they were expecting and giving up 2 future first-round picks. They're saying, hey, those guys, maybe they could be good players. We hope they are for Dallas, but we got an all-pro. We got a guy that can wreck games. Micah Parsons wrecked the game against Pittsburgh. And the guy opposite of him, Rashan Gary, he's arguably been better than Micah this season. In fact, I would just about say he is. Is he getting more one-on-ones because Micah's on the field now? Absolutely. But we're not even halfway through the season, and this looks like the best tandem of pass rushers in the league. I'd immediately put them right up there with Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. These guys are phenomenal. They're going to be getting after Andy Dalton or Bryce Young. I'm hoping it's Bryce Young because at least he adds that element of mobility to his game where he can evade. I just don't know if he can evade a Micah Parsons. He's just that type of an athlete where he can chase down anyone. This Carolina team, in order to mount a shocking upset on the road, being 12-point underdogs at Lambeau Field, it starts with completions. It starts with getting the football out on time. Now, the challenge with that is you saw that's what the Pittsburgh attack was to start off the game. And in the first half, they had a little bit of success, and then it just fizzled in the second because Green Bay said, we're not too scared about your deep threats. DK Metcalf, like, take your shots. Throw the ball over the top. Fire move over the middle. Seam shots, right? Take them. Please be able to do that. You saw the shot play. The first drive of the game, they only get 3 points out of it. This Jeff Hafley defense is not bend, don't break. Even if they do break, they're only giving up 3 points and teams are kicking field goals. This is a team that is don't bend, don't break. This might be the best defense in football with the way that these defensive backs are standing 6, 7, 8 yards off, and they close a play out in the flat that should be a 6-yard gain is 2 yards because they're playing with confidence, because they're playing with eyes on, playing a lot of zone coverage, and they've got the athletes to match and fill that space quickly. They're playing aggressive. Why can they do all of this? Because of what the interior does. A guy like Devontae Wyatt back on the field and healthy is massive. They need this guy to stay healthy. They need that edge rotation, right? They need Lucas Van Ness at some point on the field for this team, healthy for him, so they can have a fully fresh edge guy off the ball. Edgar and Cooper. Are you kidding me? Quay Walker. These young picks, these guys that are young in their career still, with all of that athleticism. You talk about Edgar and Cooper and what he was at Texas A&M, second-round pick, flying to the football. This guy can cover any tight end speed for speed. Quay Walker and what he was with Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs, a former first-round pick. This kid's been playing out of his mind and developed as a player. I just can't help but think that Green Bay blows out Carolina. Bryce Young could come in there and play well, or Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, has a nice game. How do they stop that Green Bay offense consistently? It's a quarterback right now, and with a great play caller that are in sync, that you can have a slow first half. Oh, damn, we're down 9 points. Shoot, we're down 10 points in that Arizona game. Boom. We get what? There's 9 seconds left in that first half. They hit a quick completion, and then they bomb a 58-yard field goal. It might have been 60. Was it 61? It was a 60-yard field goal, whatever it was. It was a long freaking field goal. This team in Green Bay is starting to believe that they can play with anyone. It started week 1 against Detroit. Don't be fooled just because they haven't played a team of the Detroit Lions caliber that they aren't capable of beating other teams like that. They don't play anyone of that level, people are saying, to warrant them being maybe the best team in football. Really? Well, they got the Eagles in Monday night a couple of weeks. You want to give them their flowers then? I think that's what people are waiting for. This is not a trap game. A trap game is off of an emotional victory where it feels like the game was in doubt at the end, and I didn't get that sense from Green Bay. I didn't sense a lot of emotion in it. I sensed a team that was there for business and there to do a job. I saw more emotion on the Pittsburgh side, a team that was frustrated, that was having personal fouls and not playing with their pads between the whistles and the white lines, a team that was playing after the whistle and was frustrated. The Green Bay Packers took an edge and a mentality to them, and I think Green Bay continues to do that. They do it to the Carolina Panthers this week because they know they've got a tough test against Philly coming up in their building once again next week. So I've got the Green Bay Packers with the win, emphatic fashion, 36-21. They beat Carolina, and I'm counting in a late fourth quarter touchdown. I think this is like a 36-14, 20-plus point lead for Green Bay before Carolina maybe is able to get a late touchdown in this one and make it somewhat closer and a respectable score. But if I'm a Carolina fan, I'm thinking about what this game means because this is their opportunity. You're going on the road. It's at the Packers. You're coming off of a very tough loss against Buffalo. What type of competitive spirit do you have? You're a 4-4 program. Shoot. A win here, you're 5-5. You got the Saints at home next week. You are staring at a 6-4 record in the face. If you go on the road and you have a great performance, those lofty throws that Jordan Love has, maybe you have that on scout team this week. You've got a quarterback back there. I don't know if anyone in the world has ever thrown balls the way that Jordan Love just kind of throws them up for grabs, and they always find a way into a wide receiver's hands or a tight end. But it's not luck. I've been there. I saw Jordan Love play the Chicago Bears last week at Soldier Field, and he hit Christian Watson down. I'm like, this isn't luck. The defensive back has his shoulders turned. Love sees that. He lofts it up and gives his wide receiver a chance to make a play. And because it happens so often, the receivers are waiting to the last moment. They turn for the football, and they've got the late hands, and they make a play. This is a team that's in sync. They actually remind me a little bit of what the Indiana Hoosiers are. I know that's a weird kind of equation here, but that is a great compliment. Indiana looks like one of the best teams in college football. They're rolling to what looks like a 12-0 record before the Big Ten championship game. I actually equate the way Green Bay's offense looks like to what Indiana's team that is boat racing people. I think they look at the same level. For Green Bay to be looking at the same caliber of what a dominant college team looks like and making NFL teams look similar to lower quality college teams, I think is as impressive a compliment I can give. I like him in this game to win it by that score, 36-21. For Carolina, this is your shot. The division is too tough with Tampa, especially the way that they've looked. You've got them twice at the end of the season. Can you be in a spot where you still have a chance in that? It relies on a win here. There's not really a shot at the wild card, in my opinion, if you lose a game like this. I know it's early in the season. This is it. This is go time. A win like this changes the foundation of your ownership, of your team, of the belief in everything that you have right now. Can Carolina pull it off? I don't think they do. Do not believe that they're there yet. And Green Bay pulls out the win. Let me know down below in the comments who you've got winning this game. Is it Carolina pulling it out on the road, or does Green Bay take care of business at Lambeau Field? Want to hear from you guys. If you have not already, please subscribe for more Blitz of Blender content in the future. I'm Josh Blender. Man, do I love talking about some NFC physical football. It just sort of makes you excited for this one. Get ready for more content coming out consistently just about every single day. College, NFL, we got it all covered. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.